Ladies and gentlemen, I have another circus performer at YouTube Space today. Last time I was filming with Olga Glassman, and hopefully you like that one. So apparently I'm not the only one who grew up in circus. Tania also loves performances, and you will see her movements shortly in the fashion video today. Tell them a little bit about your passion for circus.
Yep. Thanks, Alex, for inviting me.
My pleasure.
So yeah, when I grew up, I studied gymnastics, and that was like age of 6. But then afterwards, they kind of said and suggested that I kind of they take me to circus school back in Ukraine, and that went really well. But then my parents and I moved here, and so it was like a struggle to find a place that could offer performances. So we went to a kids circus that Olga and I actually met at, and this kids circus actually did a lot of performances around the States. So we would perform like at Epcot Center, and we even did Cosby Show. I don't know if Cosby or something. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun, and you know, me being like 13 and 14 years old was absolutely phenomenal.
I see a lot of events taking place, and people invite the performer and teach kids some movements, and
yes.
It's a fun kind of activity for the Sweet 16, probably bat mitzvah for the girls. All those parties, they need some kind of action and movement, and when everybody do it together, it's kind of bring together the crowd, don't you think?
Absolutely, yeah. Circus is definitely one way to unite everyone. I mean, I've performed around the Epcot Center, where it's like performances on stage.
Last year I went to the last performance of the Ringling Brothers, and they no longer be in business much, and animals is a big part of it. How do you think the circus will evolve in the next 100 years, 200 years from now? Do you think the circus will be still around?
Yes, it definitely will be around.
In which form?
I think it'll be more like Cirque du Soleil, a theatrical type, with maybe animals will not be part of it. Because considering it's such a contradictory concept now, if like 100 years from now, it's already a struggle for the animals to upkeep them and like to transport them, and to make sure it's done in a most positive, safe environment, where animals are being treated properly according to their animal rights. I think that it's actually a lot easier to do a performance that's only theatrical, because I'm sure since you're from a circus family, I'm sure you know the effort and the maintenance that it takes for the animals to be escorted along with you, right? And the travel and all of that is just...
Nowadays, the technology changed things a lot. And I see, like, we're filming now, and a lot of people will see it on YouTube, hopefully. And it's possible with the amazing cameras we're filming today with a Red 8K and stuff like that, to record in Africa or in one place and then show it to a lot of people, so animals don't have to travel to every city. People can see that the luxury of their cell phone. Don't you think the circus will... you don't need a performance every night in life. You record it once, you do amazing show, you have lots of cameras, and then everybody can see it. I see the new movement of intimate eye. Brighton Media right now teach a class on the intimate eye in the next season, and what it does is basically cameras moving with you on stage. So animals and actors, they have a lot of cameras which are not usually traditional cameras up front and zoom in, zoom out, but that's maybe on the crane. But those cameras are little GoPro cameras, and they are moving with the actors together under the table and over. So it's a very intimate feel to it, from the perspective of the animal, when the camera is shaking with the animal, and it's also like close from different angles. I think that's a very much possible future, don't you think?
Definitely. I think it's going to be one of the directions that circus could possibly go, because dance has already taken on that form, right? We've seen so many incredible dancers who incorporate that type of technology, where they kind of fall into space and then come into, and they orbit the earth, and they're doing performance, like they're doing dance movements where it's like whether it's modern or jazz, but it's combined with incredible technology. So what you're describing, I think that's definitely a possibility, and it's one of the modern ways that circus will transform.
Okay, what about filming allows animals to be filmed in a large distance in safaris, and when they play with their puppies and the youngsters, there are very fun moments, and those shots get millions, if not billions, of views. People like cute moments when animals actually not do it because the humans taught them, but because they do it for the as they're part of their routine. And it's still fun, interesting rituals. So don't you think it's gonna be part of the new circus part?
I think it's a possibility because I know some of my favorite movies. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called Two Brothers, where it's two tigers are filmed, and they filmed them in the way that portray like human emotions, exactly what you're describing. I'm pretty sure I cried through the entire movie, like from start to finish. So you're right, it does get a lot of views, and it absolutely does get a lot of emotion out of the viewer. So as the industry is progressing and moving forward, I'm pretty sure that's going to be it.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that the sponsor for today's production is my father's Vatvito new product line. And if you have questions for Tatiana, and maybe you want to book her for her circus performance, and you will see later what she capable to do. How to reach you? What would
you
be
can
the social?
Call me on my cell phone.
Go ahead.
646-327-7648. I'm also on Facebook, Tatiana Bass, Tatyana, and my last name is exactly like the fish, Bass. So you can write me a message there or on Instagram. It's the same name, and we can talk.
Got